the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go. See the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And close till I get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go. close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. See the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on. And on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go. Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go. On we'll go, finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest, echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the
tiene un excelente nivel y entonces se puede preparar al nivel C1. Y también recibimos con nosotros a Andrea. Andrea, encantado.
Hi.
Así que yo nada más, empezamos la clase de nivel C1 con presentación y quizás seguramente una prueba de speaking y os dejo entre las manos de vuestro teacher, Roberto.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome, Andrea.
Thank you.
You have a lovely name, like my mother's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's she from?
She is from Marlow.
Okay.
Yeah. We lived in they lived in Henley on Thames for a while, and in Reading, in England. Yeah. But she came to Malaga when she was 18. So, and she is 54 now. So she's more Spanish than English because more years here. Yeah.
She's young as well.
Yeah. Well, I might look older than I am. I'm 32, so yeah, but yeah, she's young. So okay, Irene is her third class, so but welcome anyway.
Thank you.
Well, you are both teachers, so for me, it's going to be a challenge to teach teachers. Okay, so if you have any suggestions or anything you can add to what I say, you just feel free to help me improve as well. All right.
Perfect.
Okay, good. Okay, so I'm just going to introduce myself so you know me a little bit. So my name is Robert. I'm half English and half Spanish. I've been teaching for 7 years in Malaga, privately and some groups. And I've been for about a year in an academy here in Malaga. And I do all other type of things like tours. I do tours for foreigners here in not only foreigners, but mostly are foreigners here in Malaga, and they are mostly food tours. So we go around and it's a very tough job because we have to go around restaurants eating and drinking wine. It's very tough.
Hard, yeah.
And I get paid, so yeah, very very hard. But now, obviously, since this virus came, that's not a possibility. So the online lessons are growing and growing, and it's a very good. I was actually a little bit scared of teaching online. I didn't know how to get into it, but I found these people. I found Bundary, and they make it easier for me to develop my online teaching skills. So good.
That's good.
Yeah. How about you? Well, I haven't said what I normally say. I am father of 3 children. I think that's a fact that it's okay saying because. So how about you? Tell us a little bit about you and your life.
Me?
Yep.
Okay. So, well, I studied my degree. I finished my degree in infant education. And, well, when I just finished, I realized that I didn't want to start working right now. Well, just when I finished.
Yeah.
So I thought that it was a good moment for me to go abroad. So I've been while I was studying, I thought that the only way to improve my English was going abroad as well.
Right.
So different summers, I was working as an au pair in England and in Ireland. And well, when I finished my degree, I went to Oxford. I was living there for 1 year and a half, and I was working in a nursery there. And I came back. I was working for 3 years in an academy as well, English academy. And in September, 3 months ago, I was called from the public education because I did my exam, and I was so happy because I'm working right now in the public education as a teacher.
Oh, nice. So you're working right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
Good. Nice. So things. It's a hard year. I mean, things must be hard it's a big dish to start with. I mean, so how is it going with all this? What age students do you teach?
Well, I teach English from 3 to 12, infant and primary education.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a really tough year because, well, first of all, because of the mask. It's very, very hard for all of us to be like 8 hours with mask. And it's really sad as well because I love to hug children. I love to kiss them or to hug them. And we can't be close to them this year. Not even the little ones. And it's really hard not to support them when they are crying or when they are sad, they fall down or something like that. Well, of course, I cannot see their faces, and it's something that you don't really get to know them if you don't see their faces.
Yeah, I found that as well in many cases, in many situations. You kind of speak to a wall.
Yeah.
It has no feelings. We're quite used to see the mouth, so we don't see the mouth. We only see the eyes. And it's very, very different. What about you, Irene? You also teach, right?
Yeah, I teach.
And what are you finding with these?
It's weird because I go to my students' home and they keep the mask on, and even though we are in the living room or like it's a familiar place, but you are so far away. I can like every time they had something right, I said, "Give me 5." Now I can do it.
Give me a heart.
Even sometimes I feel stupid because I have like I am used to it, so I do like no. And it's sad because you can't see if they are laughing, if they are bored.
Yeah,
you don't get the same connection with them.
That's an interesting point because for a teacher, as you guys know, reading your audience is essential. So you know that he's bored, and if out of 20 people class, 18 are bored, you must be doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but you have to find out.
Yeah.
So that and what about making yourself understandable sometimes?
Yeah, I was thinking about it because sometimes I keep repeating a word and they can't get it, and it's because of the mask. Because if I step like farther and I take off the mask and I say it, they get it.
Understand it? Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, I think our mouth is part of our body language. We just with this mask now we have to develop the rest of our body language and be mimes and actors, and which is actually a very good way to go for us teachers, especially with younger students, but even with older students, adults also want movement and dynamism. Movement.
Yeah.
They because dynamism. They want dynamism. They want people to move. If not, a class can be also boring. I mean, so it's good that we develop these skills anyway. But I've been pushed. I have an 8-year-old student, and he has an attention span of a second. And plus, I go to his house Saturday mornings. So imagine, and he goes to school. I used to go, and they finish school at 5:30.
Yeah, so did I.
So that's since 9 o'clock to 5:30. That's a long day in school.
Yeah.
And then Saturdays, a teacher coming to your house to teach you. Although we are in the terrace, I mean, if I don't get there and I'm the biggest clown in the world, and I have exercises prepared for every 5 minutes, and if I see I lose him, I change. But on top of that, the goal is still that he learns and he listens and he takes part in the interaction. He speaks. I have to move a lot. I have to stand up and then elevate my voice and then turn my voice down. And I mean, I like films and all that world, right? But my skills on it weren't so good. So it's been a challenge for. I have to say, I have 3 children. The biggest is 7, and the medium one is 5, is a girl, and the smallest is a month and a half.
Oh.
So I'm not taking them to school for now because the smallest one doesn't have his immune system very high, very high, very developed at the moment. So I'm not taking any risks. Well, the minimum risk, because if you go shopping or the minimum risk. So for me, it's been tough to teach here at home. I have to teach them different ages, and it's difficult. But there we go. We hope it goes soon, as soonest. Although if it goes, I hope to keep teaching online because, hey, I go to a lot of houses to teach, and I spend a lot of time going from one house to the other.
For me, it's the same.
And it's very stressful. Very stressful.
On Tuesdays, I've got one class, and I spend the whole afternoon moving one place to another.
Yeah, you have to actually be an engineer because you have to think where you're going to park at what time, and you're rushing, and it's very stressful. So halfway in between online lessons and one-to-one face-to-face lessons would be adequate, or I would stay with online. Why not?
It's more comfortable.
For me, 100%. And you have you can show the documents, and it's kind of more it's kind of easier. Obviously, it won't be the same as spending a whole year with a group of children, which what you give there is not only what you teach, but you also give a lot of values and a lot of if it's your passion. Obviously, if teaching is your passion, you give a lot of values, and you enjoy, and you learn a lot. There's a song from Phil Collins, the song of Tarzan. You've heard it. He says, "Learn to teach, teaching you will learn."
Yeah.
And I've been teaching now for quite a long time. I have find that that's true.
Yeah.
Because you find out how your highest student, can be an adult, can be a child, whatever, will have some skill developed really well by who knows the reason. And the other student who might be not too good or whatever, a particular skill, he also has it really developed, and it's, you know, you learn from children a lot. So
and from yourself, you realize the way
yeah.
that you don't want to be, like how you don't want to be, or I prefer to change this. I don't like this from my own. So
of course, yeah, totally. That's sorry, I've got a phone call. That's something that, I mean, if you listen to it, if you listen to yourself, you can be your best school. Your best school can be yourself, your past, because you say, obviously, if you find that something that you want or you have to improve, is because you think that it's a bit too low for, you know, what you want to give. So that means you're pointing well. You're pointing, you know, so that will take you. So we are our best schools.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's true.
So so we know a little bit more about each other now. And where are you from, Andrea? Andrea or Andrea?
Andrea. Madrid, yeah, Spain. All my family, yeah.
All your family, yeah.
Yeah.
Where from exactly?
Madrid, all of
Madrid?
them.
No, where are you from? I don't know Madrid very much, but
so I live where the you can find the stadium of Atlético de Madrid.
Oh, okay.
The new stadium.
Oh, the Wanda.
Yep.
I'm a supporter.
Yeah, my family too.
Of Atletico Madrid?
Of Atlético of Madrid and of Oviedo, so I like suffering a lot.
You know, Oviedo, I used to, when I was a child, I used to collect the tops of the glass bottles.
They came. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, well, I used to collect them, but empty from the actual bottles, and I used to, before these came out, I used to make myself my own paper. Football players. I used to color them.
I played with my brother.
Yeah, and you made a ball, a little ball with a little bit piece of paper, and then you have one go each. So you do like that, and then and Oviedo was in. Well, it was one of my teams. I did. I did all the league because I used to live in Malaga in a place called Rincón de la Victoria. I don't know if you know it. Yeah. Well, in that time, it was although it was a big village, it was quite empty. It was quite alone, quite lonely because that we're talking about. I'm 32. When I was 7-ish, 8, 7, 8. So that's quite a long time. That is exactly 16 years, 15. So no.
25.
25.
All right, I have realized something just now. All right, I'm going. All right, yeah, 25.
Don't worry, age is in your mind.
Yeah. So that's it was very lonely. So I used to play with my football all the time on my own with the wall, boom, 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 all the time. So I had time to do whatever. So I had time to do. I did all the league, all the footballers of that league. I had the album. I had the album of the players. I was a Barcelona supporter. I have to say, all right. Because and you know why I was a Barcelona supporter? Because I saw Ronaldo playing You know Ronaldo, the bold one?
Yeah.
I saw him. Yeah, I saw him playing. I thought, what is that? Who is that? I mean, wow, you know. So, you know, football was my passion, and I had lots of time. And well, Oviedo was in this team, and I remember. Well, I'll have to think, but I do remember Oli. Oli was the forward, the center forward, and he was the best in the team.
Yeah, that is farther for me. I can't remember, but I played with my brother the same way you did, and I remember doing that. Like you made a team from the ball, from the top of the ball, and it was funny.
Yeah, you flicked, and you have one go each. You flick one, and then you have another go. It was funny, but you know what? What I was missing? Someone to play with. I was in my own.
Yeah. Didn't you have brothers or sisters?
No, my parents get split, and then they had. My father has brothers, sons now, and I have 2 brothers. But that happened when I was 14. So this is an anecdote. The only neighbor I had in all the neighborhood, because it was Rincón Victoria is like a summer place, right? So people came in summer, but not like now. Now in summer, everyone goes like parking everywhere. Before there weren't so many cars. People didn't travel so far from where they lived, and especially there weren't many cars. So I actually spent my time there on my own, and I had a neighbor who he didn't like football, so he came down from his house, and he will not play. He will just kick the ball once, because I said, "Come on, let's play," and we'll say, "Okay," and he will kick it. The ball will go poof, like really kind of. It's like if your grandmother kicks a ball that you can send it. It's like, all right, don't play. No, and he will continue and get in my house and go inside my house and start speaking to my mum, and non-stop. They will spend 3-4 hours speaking. Chat, and he was 2 years older than me. So if I was 8, he would be 10. Speaking. So he was, more another type of child. So I had a lot of time, but on my own.
And didn't you support the English League?
Well, I didn't get the chance to watch it, to be honest. And that time, what you could see on TV was Oliver and Benji, El Chavo del Ocho, and that was pretty much it, really. That was my time of watching TV, and the rest of the time was the wall and the tops. So, but you know what? I don't know where these tops are. I think I've lost them. Yeah, for sure. but I've had them for years and years and years, and I would like to have them now to play with my children.
Maybe now they will be a relic. Maybe you could sell them.
Yeah, maybe at least show them in somewhere, and people say, "Wow, yeah." I mean, because the players then were. As I said, Oli, he was a player for Oviedo. He was really good player of Oviedo. Then he went to Cádiz, but he was really good. He was like the idol there, and a lot of old players that people would not remember. But I'd like to have it, and now I don't know where I left it or where I put it. It was like a bag, like that. Big bag completely full of tops and pieces of paper with their names and the color of the T-shirt.
Yeah.
We did the same.
That was a hard job.
Yeah. And then we had to feed the paper up and make sure it didn't move.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. We were architects, we were artists. I had to fit it, and it didn't move. Mine didn't move.
No, I think we still have them, and they
I buy them.
But I'm sure that if we had a legend, a football player that now is a legend for a team, maybe the team will buy it.
Well,
like to put it in the museum or something.
Yeah, for sure. What
Hello, teams of the world.
Yeah.
So,
but for sure, what would happen was that many people, because look, here, you and me know about it and even maybe have them or maybe not. But, maybe everyone takes them out and say, look, wow, how many we have. It's actually a very nice piece of life that I remember.
That's making me think of how different was life before we had computers, and how our imagination made everything.
Had to fly, yeah. I mean, as I said, Oliver and Benji was I can't remember the time, but you had the clock in your mind.
Yeah. It happened to me with The Simpsons.
Yeah, well, I think the whole world. 2 o'clock.
I was like, 2 o'clock. Oh my god.
Totally. Okay. All right. So let's going to have a look at some of these exercises. Okay. I'm going to show these. I'm going to go in inventory, share, unit 1. Okay. Right. I'm going to show you a little bit, especially I'm going to put this here. Especially you, Andrea, that you don't know the application so well. So we have the long reading. We are where we have to be, are we? You have the basic impression. Yeah. So we have the unit 1, unit 2, which would be the ones that you guys are doing this week for next week. And then 3 and 4, and then 5 and 6, and so on. Unit 1, we have long reading, which you normally will do on your own, and it's corrected automatically. But I mean, if you need any support, you can always let me know. But you don't need any support because you are English teachers. But here I am to help in whatever I can. Then we have a listening exercise. Well, sorry, I'm going to show you the exercises. Then here you have the exercises. You just answer them, and I will correct them and see if I can give a piece of advice or any tip on it. Okay, and what I do suggest, and more than suggest, I'll ask you not to read the transcription before, because, well, this is what I do to everyone. Obviously, you know how to learn English because you have done so well so far, so not much to say. But if you listen to it first and try to catch as much as you can a couple of times as the exercise does, and then you try and explain, your listening develops. Because as you know, by being uproad, the need makes you grow, makes you develop. So I do ask you to listen to it twice, then answer, and then why not listening to it once more? Only if you find it hard. If you find it easy, that you listen to it and then okay, then cool. But if you find it hard, go one and again. I have to say sometimes I have to listen to something twice because or 3 times or whatever, because I don't get it all. So keep improving. I think this is the way. Why not listening to it a third time, and then if then we have to we want to have all clear, and then you go to the transcription, and then you make sure you say that what you heard is what it was, and then all happy. So I think that's the best way to go. If you prefer not to, well then obviously we need time to do all this. So depending on the time. Okay, so you have the exercise here. This is for asking for a class. Then we go to listening. That was listening. Sorry. Oh, it's gone out. You're seeing what I'm showing, right? You can see what I'm showing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so that was listening. So then we have speaking, the role modals, which we'll come back in a second. We're just going to show the next. Okay, so role models are we can. We have to prepare them. Okay, for you, obviously, you can prepare it. Questions like, who do you think is the most influential in a child's development? Obviously, the teacher. We have to say it. Can you think of a positive role model in Spanish society? That's a good question, because societies are different, and then obviously the teacher is always, but this is not what the question is aiming for. It's just aiming for a most general view of everything. What makes a person a good or a bad role model? These are things that you could prepare, but if you need any help or anything, you can always give me a shout and I will help you quickly. Okay, so and then we have reading into writing, which is actually a writing exercise of a certain amount of words, 200 to 230 in this case. Okay, well, that's it. Pretty much it. And then I think that's it, right? And then okay, and then another listening exercise, which in. Okay, and then you're going to hear the talk, and then listen to the audio again, and a couple of questions. Okay. Right. As I said, if you need any help, you give me a shout. Okay, we're going to do the speaking role models because or you prefer doing listening exercise. I think listening exercise, for 10 to 20 minutes that we have, we're not going to have the chance to do much, so we'll continue with a little bit of speaking. Is that fine?
Yeah, okay.
With you guys? Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Yeah, okay. Right. All right. So, well, let's start with the question. Who do you think is the most influential in a child's development? Irene.
I think it's not just one person, but a whole environment, starting from the parents. And I think that the relationship between the parents and talking about a child that is already in school, the teacher, is really important, because one has to know what the other lacks, and like work together and try to move forward. And it's also important that the child doesn't get like mixed signals, so that he or she can understand what he's being taught, and what he needs to do, and how to react, because most of the children learn by imitation of their environment.
Yeah, I think an interesting point could be the word influential, because I think obviously here there is no right or wrong answer. It's just kind of a debate. Yeah. But to make a point on it, I think the teacher is kind of the most important if the teacher is doing his or her job really well, obviously. But influential, I think is an interesting word in this case. What do you think, Andrea?
Well, I agree with Irene, but I also think that a child is always very, very influenced by their friends, the children who are around them, because of course children need to relate with others, they need to develop their social skills. Of course they are going to learn from other children, they are going to learn how other children interact, or how is a child life. If they are always with their parents, they are only going to behave like an adult. That's not a good point. So they also need to be surrounded by children, not also their age, but also not only their age, sorry, but also older or younger, because in that way they can learn how to interact and act in front of others.
Yeah. I think it's. I also think the same about the fact of the influence that the friends, colleagues, children around in general behave. So I think the influence and moreover public figures are actually important in the because it looks so silly, but a lot of children want to be like Cristiano Ronaldo. For sure, a lot of children want to. So that's important. And that, but the influence that they get from it is just only what they see. They don't know about the work behind. So we get the influence, but then it's like a mixture of things.
Yeah.
But So can you think of a positive role model in Spanish society? Positive one?
It's difficult.
It's difficult, yeah, because there are like a lot of negative role models in our country, but like
it's I could tell like some role models, but according to a topic, because then when they think about other things and they speak out loud, they like make it wrong, and like a whole person that's a positive role model, it's difficult to find.
Yeah, a whole person. Okay. I got the question. I got the question. Obviously, we all humans. Okay, starting from that. Obviously, positive role. This is a tricky question because, I mean, people think differently. So, what you think is good, the other one doesn't, and that's what we have in society. But I got it another way. I got it as a role model, or the kind of the work that he has, or who he is. So the most positive one, but no, I think it's what you meant, is like someone in concrete. Yeah, because we don't see much of doctors. Like he's a public doctor.
Yeah.
We see here on TV. We see el Doctor Cavadas.
Yeah.
You know him.
Yeah.
So he would be a good role model to follow, because he's a very hard worker. He's very brave. He and him for me would be a very an inspiration for others. For example, under my opinion, I don't think Maradona is a good
I was
role
thinking
model.
the same. Like everyone was like making a big deal and a great no party, but like everyone was suffering for him. But he was not even a good sportsman.
Yeah.
He
was a good
drugs.
caller.
He hit his wife. Like, I don't know.
What?
He's not a
Like
good
what?
role model.
Yeah, totally. I didn't understand it, to be honest. I really love football, to be honest. Really, like a big passion for me, okay? I think you like football as well, Irene. You said it before?
Yeah.
And you play it?
That's one of my... No, I watch it. I tried to play it, but...
more training.
I was always the goalkeeper, so yeah. I think that gives you a clue of how I play.
Yeah, well, to the point that we're going to. I am a football lover, but that's all. I'm a football lover. Everything that is not football doesn't. I don't care much about it, really, and about Maradona, the rest, when he finished his football career, the rest is not important. So I don't understand so much fuss. But there you go.
But we don't know. Like before, there were little drag control. That there was no so much like checks like now. So we don't know if he was such a good footballer or just he was lying.
Well, honestly, he might was whatever, but his imagination and
that's true.
I mean that very possible that he's been under drugs for a long time, but I mean we don't know. That's right, but it's interesting because such a big fuss and nowadays in these times that we are living, when a lot of old people are dying, so sad, and that is a fact for being sad, for real, for for a long time, and not forgetting it, because we've already been with this virus for months. It's kind of like we are forgetting the the vulnerable people are the old people, and they are our grandparents, parents, and that's why I was so angry with this Maradona big fuss, because you know, so many old people dying, and what, nothing's happening.
Yeah,
so
and I even know people that were dressed in black because they were mourning for him, and I was like, what?
Well, I mean, this is that he became a cultural thing because he changed the tradition between the south of Argentina and the north, where the north was better than the south, and a big cultural thing that. But okay, that's fine. That's enough. Enough is enough. I mean, I'm so sad about these old people. You know, I said I think we spoke about it. I collaborate with society, an association that helps old people against being alone at their homes. So I go to his house after my Saturday lesson, and I spend with him a couple of hours speaking. He is deaf. He is deaf and blind. So not 100% all. So he can listen something and he can see something, and you know, and but his eyes are always crying because of the cataracts. So you know, and I don't know him. I just want to explain the difference. I mean, I don't know this man, but he deserves the same, or he doesn't deserve so much. But I mean, a little bit of equality between Maradona and a poor old man that no one knows.
Yeah, there are so many people that need acknowledgement and they don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's sad, and then the people who less deserve it get like the whole pack.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. It becomes a
it's sad.
social craze. It's sad. Yeah. It's sad. So, well, people we have that think like we do. We have to continue doing as we do. I mean, I like, for example, I like Messi. I mean, he's my football idol. I mean, he's like, you know, but he's still a human being. He's still a human. I mean, that's all right. I mean, anyway, what makes a person a good or bad role model?
I think that maybe his or her awareness of his or her influence, because if someone does something bad but pretending to do it, like with an intention, like because they want to do it, is not as bad as if they had a mistake, they made a mistake. So maybe the awareness of the repercussion of his or her actions is what makes someone good or bad, and the way of like taking responsibility.
Yeah, well, I think that's what I was point out, the awareness and doing something about the awareness. I mean, because you can be aware of something but still be stupid or do whatever. All right, and what do you think?
Or the way in which they use their voice, maybe. Like, I can be super influential, but I can be at home watching TV and doing anything else, or I can use my power, that power, that influential, and I don't know, give voice to different different things that people normally don't speak about, or things that we don't normally watch on TV, or we don't listen to on radio.
Yeah, I'm with you. In fact, I follow a guy here in Malaga. He's a videographer because I like this audiovisual and videographer world as well. But I follow him because what he does is exactly what we're talking about. He goes around Malaga and to old fisherman that lives in by the sea that no one knows. He just goes, he interviews him, he catches the portrait of an old person that has lived a lot and that lived and had to fish for living, and all this. But the thing is, not many people follow him, and I don't understand why. Because it's an opportunity to listen to someone's feelings in reality. Because the good thing about this guy is that he makes people feel comfortable, and he's got a little bit of fun. He's very funny, and he uses it really well. So so I completely follow him every time he's called Javier España. I mean, he's not my friend or anything. That I'm trying to advertise his jobs. Is what we're talking about, Javier España. So if you look at something of him, I bet you'll like it. And okay, so I think I'm with you, Andrea. I think that as I think you said it as well, Irene, is what you do with what you are. What makes you good or bad? I mean, we all human, so we all have a good side and a not so good side. So with the good side, you can do or not do, and with the bad side, you can do or not do. You can try to stopped a little bit up. You can try to amend it and then change it a little bit, and the good you can explode it and exploit it and take the best out of it. So I think you have both got to the perfect. Here there isn't a correct or an incorrect answer, but I think we have got the correct one, guys. All right. Okay. So I think for next week you'll have to do 1 and 2, and we'll follow like this. So you, if you have any questions, you just let me know. Although I know it will be for you, will be easy. Can you see me, or can you see the?
Yeah, both.
Yes, you can see me both. Okay, all right. So, okay. Hi, Fred.
El presentador que no pone el micrófono, ya lo que faltaba.
Hi.
Que nada, simplemente para daros la gracia, es verdad que también fue de nuevo, digamos, una clase de presentación, por eso hemos hablado un poquito de forma informal, pero a partir de la semana que viene ya vamos nosotros a poner los ejercicios de gramática, reestructurar un poquito y os mandaremos un correo para decir las unidades que tendréis que hacer. Y darte acceso, Irene, en principio ya lo tiene ya, pero si no lo haremos, ¿vale? Así que, nada, por mi parte todo genial. ¿Algún comentario? Espero que os habéis sentido bien para hablar, habéis hablado bastante. Y por mi perfecto, si tenéis alguna duda, algún comentario, y si no, pues nos despedimos.
Yo nada, muchas gracias. Además mola ser tan poquitos.
Sí, la verdad que eso va a ser el grupito, y para hablar y speaking y todo eso está perfecto, es ideal.
Pues sí.
Pues muchísimas gracias. Hasta la semana que viene. Nos vemos.
Igualmente.
Okay,
Hasta la
guys.
semana que viene.
See you.
Nice to see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
bye.
Nice week. Bye.